I just wanted to come on here and make a little video. I don't know how long I'll be tonight, but I was just thinking about some things, and um, if I was to come to some of you guys' house and stay for, I don't know, a couple months or whatever, if I was to live with you, or if you was to live with me, eventually we're going to find out really how people are. Uh, we're going to find out that, well, a lot of times what we see on TikTok ain't exactly what you're going to see in real life behind closed doors when you live with somebody. And none of us are righteous. None of us are perfect. Um, I spent over 30 years in a church, and I want to start off by saying I don't hate Christians. I don't hate you guys. Uh, I don't hate anybody. Um, I've I probably I've probably been where you're at in your walk, and you know I used to stand in a pulpit and preach JC to people, and I went to church for over 30 years, and I guess it helps me to help people, to help try and maybe pull them out of of all that stuff, because I've been there, and it's hard when it's hard when you've listened to a pastor or to a man most of your life instead of really reading the word for yourself, uh, because once you pull yourself out of church, you don't have a safety net anymore. You don't have you don't really have anybody to fall back on and ask questions, and it was hard for me to do that. Not really knowing anybody when I first pulled myself out of church, and it was very difficult, because I did the same thing. I mean, I did all the holidays. Uh, I believed that Christmas was the Messiah's birth, and I believed that Easter was when he rose. I mean, I heard all these things my whole life. Uh, I heard it. I've heard the same stuff. I heard it all too. Um, so I want to be transparent with people, because it's a hard road for any of us to do this and to walk this walk. Your family don't understand. Your church family don't understand why you're doing the things that you're doing now, and why you're not doing the things that you used to do. Uh, why you don't do holidays anymore. Why you don't do birthdays, and why you don't go to church anymore. And I want to get into a little bit of that for a moment too. If you go back in the scriptures, and you look at the things that Yahuwah told these people to make, when he told Moses and Aaron to build the tabernacle, they had to do that a certain way. It had to be done a certain way. He gave instructions on how to do it. When he told Noah to build the ark, it had to be done a certain way. When Solomon built the temple, it had to be built a certain way. None of these people could build something just however they wanted to do it. It had to be done a certain way, and it came with instructions. So, with that being said, let me ask you a question. Who gave these people the authority today to build churches? Who gave them the authority to do that? Where are the instructions to build these churches at? Because you can't put a tool on them. You cannot lift a tool to build this. So, I'm just wondering, where are the instructions in Scripture on how to build these churches? Because if there is no instructions, then that means all these buildings are unclean according to Scripture. The work of their hands are unclean. In the Ten Commandments, in the same chapter as the Ten Commandments, he tells them that they can't go up steps to an altar. And if they put a tool upon an altar, that they have polluted it. You have polluted your altar. That means everyone that prays on that altar is polluted. So, I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but I'm here to tell people the truth today. I don't want to hold anything back, and I don't want people to guess what I'm saying, because it matters. It matters to Him. The things we do have to be done a certain way, and we can't do them just any way that we want to do them. But none of us are righteous, guys. None of us are righteous. I'm not righteous. If you was to spend a couple months with me, you would find that out, that I'm not no perfect person. But I'm doing my best to live by the Scriptures. And the Scriptures tell me that everything that was made in Scripture has to be done by instruction. And I don't see where the word of Yahuwah came to people to give them instruction to build these churches. It's not in there. Even the third temple that's supposed to be built would technically be unclean because there is no instructions on how to build it. So that's the cold hard truth. People may get mad at me. That's okay. I'm not here for your emotions. I'm here to help you. That's what I'm here to do. So, coming out of this stuff was not easy for me either. But when we read the Scriptures for ourselves, and we let the Spirit guide us, we will understand just how unclean we really are. I love you. Have a good night.